my broken, wounded heart.
That's terrible.
It's fucked up. I need to go to therapy after this. I'm gonna go.
I'm just trying to work on some spreadsheets here, and now I got to look at sad kids in the lobby.
It's really fucked up. Or like we had one, their mom was trying to like get through traffic to show up, and she showed up like at 15 minutes late on the dot, which is the cutoff for sending the kids home.
And they were just like, nope, we're walking out.
Well, they were like, hey, we literally just sent your kid home. To his foster home.
Oh.
Because you were dumb and got them taken away.
Yeah.
By the courts.
And then couldn't show up on time to
and then
see
further proved that that was a good decision. Yeah. I was like, holy fuck. And so she had like a meltdown in our lobby about it. I was like, this is why we're going to get shot up. Like,
I don't think you can say that.
You know? I'm
concern.
the first room when you walk into that building. I have a right to worry about that. I'm across the room from the door too, so it's at least 6 steps between me and slamming that door.
Welcome back to Mad King, everybody.
Hi. YOLO!
Oh,
Wait, doesn't do apple juice anymore.
It's orange juice now. Where'd we leave off last time?
We walked into a tree. That's a god. Yeah.
Made of bones.
Made of bones.
That's supposedly a god. Or like a dead god.
Hey man.
But like, how do gods work?
Like I asked the god nicely. And
Magnets,
the god
man.
said, yeah.
Man.
How do they work?
So
Nobody
we got a
knows.
fuckload of magnets. I can see in geometry.
Yeah, yep. You see geometry
Oh, yeah.
and spooky shadows
Yeah.
that jumped up when you bled a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like simultaneously living Insidious and Cyber Chase at the same time.
So like,
Oh, I didn't even...
out of character, I just want to let you know that you're getting put in jail when we get back.
The fuck I am.
Until we figure out what's
You
going
can't
on with
quarantine
you.
me. You can contain me.
You know what? I think we can.
I just gotta fly. Then what are you gonna do?
See, you have to fly.
Can you fly?
We'll find out.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. So we fucked up
The portal.
Haraway.
The portal is
No,
growing.
not Haraway. Who are you?
Who am I?
Belrune fucked
That's
up
in video
the,
seat, I'll have you know.
Belrune fucked up the Fey portal.
East?
And yeah, so that's happening outside. We were gonna help, but then we were like, nah, they got it. So
They've
we
been
went
doing
into the
this for a
tree.
while, you know. We get in the way.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of already did, but that's yeah.
I offered to help. Okay. Nobody said nothing. I don't speak their language.
Which I find odd, but
Why do you find odd, Marquise? I'm just a normal halfling.
you're so not. Don't you fucking bullshit me.
I'm just a girl.
But yeah, we're entering this tree because hopefully this tree is where the god tokens are, and the god tokens are the way out.
I think at
Yeah.
this point we could probably just leave the forest and no one would stop us.
I mean, yeah, but like we're here.
They really don't want you here.
They got bigger
so,
things
like,
going on.
Yeah.
You know how like we're not allowed to go back to Thoth's place? It's kind of like that. You know?
But see, here's the thing. I don't want to come back here.
You'll get-
Uzul doesn't want to come back here.
You'll
He
get
wants to go back
trespassed
to-
from like every ancient nation.
Yeah, like see, I'm okay with this one.
We can
I'm
still go
okay
to the
with
Great
this one.
Plains.
We can.
You haven't
do
gotten
kinda vibe with
trespassed
us
there
For
yet.
now.
They do vibe with us there. We could also go to the Huntresses. Right?
They haven't like officially kicked you out.
Yeah. See?
They're helping the war effort.
Exactly. The dwarves were super cool with the dwarves.
Yeah, the
love
dwarves.
us.
Yeah, the dwarves are real good with you guys.
So, yeah, you know, I think we're doing pretty okay.
It's like 50-50 about whether or not you get permanently banished from a place or if they're like, oh, those dudes fucking rocked.
Well, at this point, it's just like the Mad King and Thoth and now the Feywoods.
Yeah.
Like,
Lead Shard's a bit iffy.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, because
Well,
we
Leadshire's
own
just
it.
gone.
Yeah, we own it. Like, we took it over. We have people
kinda dead.
there. But, yeah.
So out of all the places you traveled, right? It's, the Great Plains, pretty neutral, all things considered. You're on good terms.
Leaning towards positive.
The Pirate Isles, completely neutral. Realistically, no effect there at all. You guys, took a vacation, and that was it.
Do they know that the rabbit let out all the animals? All right, cool. Yeah, we're good there.
Do you think if we kill
Mad
the
King
Kraken-
obviously wants you all dead.
Yeah.
Fey Woods, you're trespassed.
Uh-huh.
Thoth, trespassed.
Uh-huh.
The Deep Reef, trespassed.
Are we, though?
We got trespassed from the deep reef?
No, fucking somebody got Charybdis all riled up and took her to Thoth's castle.
But now she
and
has a great relationship with her father.
Does she?
Yeah. Does she?
Is it going to continue anywhere past that day?
So it's
I mean,
kinda,
we
so
might
it's
get
kinda
know
not,
them.
We might get a couple of years out of it, which is like a day for them.
Yeah, so if you think about it, no, we weren't officially trespassed, but they definitely there's a beware of dog sign. at least.
The people of the Inuit, the Iski people, they really didn't like you that much. You guys kind
What
of
do we do to them?
you constantly were challenging their no violence rule
That's true.
and kind
We
of being
committed a
assholes
lot
to
of
things,
violence,
and then you wound up
actually, in
committing
Inuit.
violence at the end.
I forgot.
We
about-
were attacked first. They shot first.
I
That's
forgot about
straight up
the
not true.
violence.
No, that is true because there was the camp of the fucking Mad King people.
We
Yeah.
murdered that one bug with the gems on it.
You did. You got cancer that one time.
That was kind of violent.
The Mad Kingsman didn't attack you at all. East actually challenged their leader, his rival, to a duel instead of them attacking you.
Yeah, that's right.
They
But
were
that's
just-
mutual combat. That's
they
not
were-
like
they were-
violence.
Just so you know, dear viewers,
That
it is
wasn't
legal to have
assault.
mutual-
That was mutual combat. All right, no one.
You
gets
heard it here
charged
first,
in
guys.
that.
If they're road raging behind you, it's okay.
In
It's
3 states, it is.
It's just too bad Colorado ain't one of them.
Washington, Oregon, and Texas.
Mutual combat is a thing in Colorado.
It's super illegal
It's
here.
really not.
It
It used to be
When's used to? Because
like
literally
100 years ago.
Not even, Sway. It was literally in my statute book when I was in college. What?
I looked
3
this up
years
a
ago.
week ago. There are 3 states where it is legal to have mutual combat: Oregon, Washington, and Texas.
All I'm saying is you interact with the public at your work too.
Yeah.
I Google it constantly.
Regardless. Yeah, we killed a bug and got cancer. Yeah.
And attacked the Mad Kingsman.
I think that was the first bout of violence.
East,
Actually, was
okay.
the
Yeah.
We're good.
There was also the tree.
Well,
The tree attacked us first.
there is 100%, and the caterpillar cancer thing might be in gray terms as well because
It's
they
technically
have
hunting.
they have the no violence rule because the environment is so dangerous that everybody inherently has to help each other. Was their argument.
Oh, see?
And so,
Then
the
my
giant
argument-
praying mantis that attacked, you guys are in the clear for that.
Then in my defense, because it's whole oh, this place is dangerous, you got to help out each other. They had plenty of people to help themselves out. We had enough people to help ourselves out. So
Didn't
Literally-
we
literally not how the
immediately
law
kill
works.
Mad Kingman after freeing the dragon?
Yeah.
I thought that was step 1 after that.
You guys argued about it for a little bit, but eventually came to the conclusion that having the dragon breath attack the helpless Mad King camp was the dopest move.
I stand by that.
now, does
And you can
anyone-
stand by it.
All right,
I am
so-
not telling
so
you that you
see,
made the wrong
now-
move. I'm
now I
simply
have a
saying that now
question.
the locals are guys, what the fuck?
But now I have the question that how
But we
did
brought
they
them their
know?
king.
How do they know that we did that? They don't got cameras.
They don't got cameras.
I mean,
fucking.
fucking
5 minutes into entering the jungle section, you literally ran into one of their tribe leaders watching you.
We didn't hang out with them. We just moseyed on.
You didn't hang out with him. He hung out with you. What does spying mean to you?
I don't recall actually making a single perception roll in the Inuit.
A.
We just kind of ran into things instead of looking for stuff.
Fucking tomato potato. It's not
You ran into some incredibly obvious hints that people were watching you too, and you were just whatever, we're just bowling
Probably
through.
a Mad Kingsman who just walked on.
Yeah.
Or we thought it was
You also
The
very
cat.
obviously ran into Lorenzo a couple
Lorenzo.
of times there. You also ran into Gladdick at the city before entering the woods, and he was like, I'm too old to do this shit, and since magic doesn't work here, I'm useless. I don't even know why they sent me. And then he waited for, the rest of the Mad King's parties to return, and when a third of his people didn't show up, you'd think that might have, like, procked questions.
Nah, bro, it wasn't me.
Didn't someone try to attack Lorenzo too? I remember like a chase sequence at least. It was very half-hearted, but like there was some violence there.
No, because
That didn't
like
happen.
in the same way that like the bear man, the other monstrosity that they had brought, remember when he
Yeah.
like charged through, picked up at Zelly and just like ran off with her, and then just like placed her like 3 miles down the road and was like, okay, I've slowed you down, and then fucked off. If you're just like chasing someone, if you're just running after them, like, hey, we've got questions for you or whatever, that's not violence,
We caught him in a lie.
You caught him in not divulging the full truth.
He slipped up and we noticed.
Any hoser.
Yeah, any hoodles, we're in a tree.
You guys have entered the bone tree. The portal seals behind you as you enter. There is but the briefest moment of total darkness until...
Not for me.
Yeah. Not for you, not for Lorenzo.
Imagine not having dark vision. That's crazy. Oh wait, you have dark vision, right? Rack?
Yeah, Rack's got dark vision.
How does it
Do you-
feel, blind boy?
Half of you.
You see geometry?
Half you guys blind.
I'm doing
Motes of
algebra when I
light
look at
appear
stuff.
high up in this kind of cavernous area that you are at, almost forming like a roadway in the sky. Belrune, you notice those are those geometric, ever-changing shapes. They seem to kind of lock into a pattern, and by some mode of them freezing in place, they are producing light. To you
Huh.
guys, they look like normal mage lights.
But I scribbled down a drawing of these shapes in this pattern.
The dodecahedrons, the polygons, they speak to me.
I'm gonna walk into his rooms and there's just gonna be like just scrawlings all over the wall, like
The
this-
N64 Tomb Raider. Laura Croft speaks to me. The polygons, what do they mean, Mason?
The triangles align and they said, Sonic.
Oh fuck! All right, yeah, no, fucking. I want to get out of here, and this looks like a very clear like.
I need a will saving throw from all of you.
Oh well, can never be easy. Here I am, like we're free.
If you desire to resist this magical effect.
Is it a
You
fear?
always have the option to be like, nah, I'm good.
Is it a fear or
No.
charm effect? Please say it's a charm effect.
I would allow you to say it's a charm effect.
Okay, everybody gets a +4 from my aura on this save.
20.
I'm immune.
All right.
So add your normal will and then another 4.
29.
29,
Yeah.
you resist the effect. You do not.
Sweet.
There is this like kind of sweeping feeling that washes over you. You want to like hike somewhere you've never hiked before. You want to like explore a new city. You want to go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I, little pep in my step, take the front of the pack. And
It's like
start-
it's a very pleasant kind
Yeah.
of feel.
I'm fucking chipper about this world of geometry and shadow. Inside a god tree.
Yeah, you guys begin making your way downtown.
I'm skipping.
Following the lights.
You're following me, bitch.
After just a short little jaunt, the moats continue, but you hear a voice kind of ring out through your heads. And it speaks very simply, I knew you would come soon.
Well, you know much about us, but we don't really know anything about you.
On the contrary, I know nothing of you. I simply know that people would come.
Are we the first people to come?
Are you to seek shelter? Are you to save your shattered world? Or are you here for different purposes altogether?
Our world is shattered.
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
Yeah, let's that's a good place to start. That wasn't the intention of coming here, but if that is something that we can do, then I
You
think we would do that.
you don't know why you're here, do you?
Well, we came here looking for god tokens.
You don't know who I am, do you?
Nobody can
Yes,
tell us who
as
you are.
as I just said, we don't really know anything about you.
Mortals have forgotten me this fast. That
Well,
explains
now-
why it's taken so long for any to venture this far.
Well, now is a perfect time to redeem that. I am Oozle. What is your name?
I oozle.
You forget those that spent so much and sacrificed so much so easily.
Lord Dragon?
Who?
Never mind.
Older.
Listen, they don't they don't really teach this.
They don't teach of me. They don't teach of what he did to me.
You're just gonna piss them off. I would love
We're
to
here to
remedy
learn.
that. I would love to remedy that. If you could let me know, I will tell the people.
We have churches and stuff. We can spread your word.
He killed me.
Who?
He stole my power. He took what was left of me and he made this place.
Oh shit. You think it Oh shit, I totally think it's
Baron?
No,
How dare you speak that name in
Damn
my
it.
hall?
dude, like what? No. We
Like
were
the
on
tree,
different-
like you feel like the earth rumble beneath you.
we were
from
literally
that.
on different pages. It was, oh, the Baron killed this guy, and then there's you. This is the Baron.
What if the Lich is the guy who killed Baron?
Nobody,
That was my thought process.
Nobody killed Baron. He's the problem. Baron killed this guy.
Allegedly.
No, that clearly not.
No, I mean like that's who did the crime against you and killed you.
The most foul of crimes.
Yes, sir.
That would be it. So yes, the gods have condemned.
He walks among you.
I would love to know where, because we're on a mission to hunt that guy down.
He moves fast. He moves freely currently. He has taken my body. He has taken my power. He strings out to other worlds that he should not connect to, seeking the aid of gods from realms that he has no business contacting.
Such as Opwash.
Your minds are simply too small to grasp how far things really go. Opwash is of your realm.
Yeah. You're telling me he's going further than that. Other gods that we don't even know about.
There are realms further. There are gods that you should never hear of.
Are you
And he is
one of
seeking
those
their
gods?
aid. No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you'd be like,
Just
yeah. and
tell
I'm like,
me
well,
your
that's why- yeah, like, I would
name.
love to know who you are. Who am I talking to? Okay,
Been so long, my name doesn't matter anymore.
but we can help
We
make
could
it matter.
make it matter.
Barden.
First time I've taken notes in a while.
Ouch.
I was like super big on the notes like very early on, and then in video was keeping all the notes, so I was like, they got it.
That kind of hurts my feelings, man. Not gonna lie.
No, I suck. That's why I'm always like, I know this thing, but I didn't write this down. All right. You said Barden?
Barden.
Barden.
B-A-R-D.
Barden, what was your domain before that?
I was the god of wandering, of the lust for travel, adventure, of moving between places.
Oh, you guys should click. That's like your whole fucking thing.
Yeah. New god, yo. Trade out.
All right. How long ago was your altercation with the other guy?
You shall not be named.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's copper.
This realm was created off of my corpse.
Damn, so a long ass
This world
time.
exists solely from my death. It is unnatural and should not be.
So are like the gods of this realm also of you?
They are not of me, but they are pulled here from my power, taken by him.
Fuck.
This is like low-key the most direct information gotten from a god in this entire campaign. Is there a way to restore your power?
Perhaps. Mortals have not historically killed gods, though. If you were to
So-
slay him, take his power and restore what is mine to me, I can be reconstituted.
We could do that. Not anytime soon.
But
we
I
can
do not believe that that is in the future of this place. He is becoming desperate, mad for power. He's traveling too far, and it is bringing instability to the very way that this plane functions. It will fall apart.
Do you have like a form of connection with him in the sense of like knowing where he is?
I
or-
am simply a tool of his designs now.
What if we were able to get you a body? Would that, help if you walked among life again instead of being
To become mortal, to instill
temporarily
my
at
consciousness, I don't believe it would help anything. I have no power. Not anymore.
So the Baron is the man.
maybe? You got good teeth.
It's not necessarily true. You've been told by other gods directly that the Mad King is mortal.
Could just be an avatar.
That
of the
could be
Mad
why
King.
he's desperate. Because he's in a mortal body. He needs to.
Maybe he stretched himself too thin and needs a mortal body. Is that what you're thinking?
Okay. I have an idea. Hopefully this isn't the end of Losel.
Speaking to your mic.
Wait, hold. Before you anger this
So-
man and he smites you off the face of the earth.
No.
Do you think we could ask him, like, if this realm was crafted from him, like, about the Inuauk and, like, the rocks there that shut down god magic?
Sure, you can ask that first.
Thanks, because I really need to get that out before you do whatever you're gonna do. We have a place that we call the Inuauk, and there's. You said this place was crafted from you, this realm.
Yes.
What are the stones there that shut down even the magic of the gods?
Those are from an entirely different realm. They are evidence of his traveling too far and meddling in things that he should not have the power to meddle in.
Is that why the ley lines are also exposed in certain areas?
The ley lines are exposed from his craft. In order to travel and power what he is doing, he needs access to vast amounts of magical energy.
So, what exactly is he doing?
He is hunting.
For
I do not know the full details.
what details do? Anything?
I
at all?
know that he has reached out to gods, rulers, deities of other realms that he should never have access to. He is looking for allies. He is looking to extend his power. That's all he ever does.
And we are just soldiers.
Pawns?
Bold of you to assume you're as big as a pawn.
Listen, man, we're God woken. We're heroes.
A goddamn hero.
Wasn't when we saw Opwash and Gwen,
Mm-hmm.
weren't they opening like, a
Mhm.
portal?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's
That's why I asked if Opwash was one of them.
I mean, he
'Cause-
could be aligned with him, even if he's of our realm,
I mean,
and just
yeah.
working behind the other gods.
Yeah. I think that's very true.
We confront Opwash.
He could be aligned. There is also, though, because like Smiles has mentioned other dimensions before, other realms before. And you know for a fact that he's not teamed up in any way with the Baron.
Yeah.
So it could simply be that the other gods of this area are also utilizing this power, which could play into the fact as to why they're not actively shutting it down.
Not fucking helping us on the mission that
But
they
instead
sent us
just
for.
kind of, playing the small time tactics and maybe delaying the inevitable in a way.
Okay.
So that way they can gain their own personal power or find something that they're personally looking for.
Gotcha.
Do you think this guy can like feel where the ley lines are?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I was kind of on the same path because if he could, well, those are upgrades.
Yeah.
So-
Start directing us to rifts.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth an ask.
Can you feel where the ley lines are, where they're anchored in our reality?
I know the locations.
But he doesn't know them in our names.
Slowly produces map. Just tell me when to stop.
Just make some X's.
No, that's disrespectful.
Do you hold out a map?
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Like,
Yeah, you unroll a map, and the voice rings back. What are your intentions with this realm?
well, hopefully to save it. 'Cause,
You wish to save your home?
We're trying to be the good guys,
Yeah, the gods kind of sent us on this quest to stop
arbitrarily speaking.
The gods do not want you to do what it takes
What does that
to save
mean?
this realm.
What
Do you think we should save this realm?
I believe that it is worth saving.
Okay, hold on.
I hold value in all mortals.
We're gonna go. Appreciate. I
Are we safe
appreciate
from
that.
the gods' ears here?
Yes.
Okay,
I've been questioning my faith in them lately myself, and their ability to aid us in our quests and protect us. And if they are not trying to save this realm, then maybe we shouldn't be with them.
Okay, well, first off, pump the fucking brakes. You, I take a step away from them because just because Tree God said they can't hear us,
for a second.
yeah, just because fucking Tree God said they can't hear us doesn't mean that they can't hear us. So yeah, I'm gonna take a step to the side in case he gets smoteth. What do you mean that the gods don't want us to do what's necessary?
There is vast power that courses through this realm. The gods utilize that power the same way that he does. Mortals get caught up in it, mortals get destroyed by it, and it will lead to the destruction of this realm. But what does one world matter to 60 gods?
So
Something like
why?
Yeah.
There's a big list.
So why would
There's a
they?
book somewhere.
Yeah. I don't
Why
have,
would they
I don't have my
send
full
us-
count out around me right now.
Why would they send us on the quest to save the realm if they don't want the realm?
What if
saved?
it's just like a mining operation and they just want us to keep it secure for them?
They don't want the realm saved. They want it postponed. They want him to not wind up with all of the power. They did not send you to save your world. They sent you to stop him.
But in stopping him, wouldn't
They
that
get
save
to
the realm?
take the power for themselves.
And you're saying that if we stop him, then they would use that power to inevitably destroy the realm.
They have not stopped your realm from falling apart by giving up the power, have they?
Rat bastards.
This is what I'm saying, Oozle.
If you are to truly save your realm, it would mean fully cutting yourself off from the gods. They would have no access, no influence The things that they have done to this place need to be undone and them cast out. Otherwise, this world is doomed. Conversely, you could utilize my power to flee elsewhere. That is what I originally thought mortals would be showing up to me for when they did. For mortals do tend to take the easier path.
Oozle, what have they been there for us for? They let Itzeli die. They let Gruknug die. They're letting this war rage on.
Yeah, but Smiles pasted that one Balrog in front of you. So that
Yeah.
was really cool.
After
You
I
stay the
turn
fuck
him
out of it.
After I turn him into a fish. Me and Smiles are cool.
Those
and-
gave you that really cool ability.
Yeah, but Smile's like a Gen Z god, you know? He's younger than He's probably kind of chill. Like,
I mean, like, this is
Ares gave you an angel.
like real talk, like out of character. My god powers have kept me alive a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's like my whole thing for my god powers is just not dying. So like
Super dope.
it's honestly pretty fucking dope.
You
But
owe Kali.
That's I also shit. Yeah.
all I'm saying is ever since I've gone through that portal and my magic is no longer influenced by my faith, I feel freer than I have in my whole life.
Pause. What the fuck did you just say?
Magic feels different, Usul. I'm terrified of the things that I'm seeing, but I've never felt more myself.
Little nosebleed start. See the pupils dilate.
I feel great. All I'm gonna say is that's what people on meth and heroin say.
This magic
So-
just hits different.
Exactly.
We don't have meth and heroin here.
just
Calm
because
down.
you're
think?
stoned out of your gourd doesn't really, let's
Jimmy's testament against that, actually.
that is so true. Okay. So we'll go into that later. But okay. We're gonna pause on this conversation. We'll get back to
Where else are we supposed to discuss it, Usul? We're safe from them here.
again, so he says. Just takes another step to the side.
Have not been struck it yet.
That's because we're not outdoors. And, Zeus's whole thing is
You'd only been outside for like 2 minutes afterwards.
that, yeah, so yeah. Okay. What other information can we get out of this guy?
I mean, where the ley lines are. If he has like geographical markers. that
Oh yeah,
haven't
we
changed.
were on that.
He asked us
Current conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what
I
we-
still have the map.
what our plans were for the world.
Yeah.
Or the realm. Sorry.
I'm gonna ask him to point out the ley lines, and in response to your question of what we intend to do, we intend to save the realm. And by finding these ley lines could be a great boon in that cause, because as you have said, you've not heard of a mortal felling a god, so we kind of need all the help we can get.
I sense the power of multiple ley lines already on your person.
Correct.
You have utilized them. You have taken their power.
Taken is a strong word because they're still there. I just kind of
A fraction of it,
borrowed.
but you
these.
have taken power from them. That will not save the realm.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it hurt?
If you've not been listening, it's what will destroy the realm.
We gotta post up on him. Bury him deep.
I mean, one of them already was.
They should be destroyed.
How do we destroy? Wouldn't that end magic?
It would end magic exactly. It would banish the gods from this realm. It would disconnect you from any other realm. And you would be safe.
Gotcha. Okay. How does one destroy a magical ley line?
It exists in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I guess anti-magic
The
rock.
fucking
Magical fucking
Inwalk.
ley line. Yeah, I guess I'm fucking, yeah. Yeah, well,
Wouldn't destroying magic kill creatures like the Fae?
The Fae, as you know them, are projections. They exist here from
From the other place with the shapes.
other places.
so when you say projections, like,
From what you speak of right now, you have seen the worlds, the realm in which he is connected to most recently. 13 new gods, each of which he is trying to speak to.
We need to go back to this world.
you can. You got me 8 times of fucked up.
It is a world of danger. The gods there destroy worlds and start them anew on a regular basis.
Don't you think we should maybe get ahead of that?
You can. I want nothing to do with that shit.
It should be
the
cut
portal.
off.
We can throw the rock into it.
That we could, or just because again, I offered to use the rock to help them, but they were busy, so we kind of were just like, all right, we're just gonna, all right. Okay.
So yes, this being is indeed asking you to destroy all magic in your world.
Can we put you into a body before we do that if we choose to? Don't you want to survive this?
I have survived since before the beginning.
So what I'm hearing, is
I
you
would
kinda
love
just-
nothing more than for my power to be restored to me and for me to retake my rightful place among the gods. But that is not in my future.
But it could be. We can save him.
If we were to put an end to the other guy, give your power back to you, could you then retake your place among the gods and convince them to, not destroy our world?
The gods do as the gods do.
Better question. You said that this world was crafted from you. How did magic start here? And could it be restarted again?
It is pulled. There are many realms, many worlds that have no gods at all. And there is no magic, and mortals exist and live and die. There are realms where there is but 1 or a dozen gods, and they work in relative harmony, and they keep the same world and set of worlds going for all time, at least up until currently. But realms like this, some of the gods in your celestial body do not belong.
Like who?
Some of the gods have been pulled in packs from other places. Some of the gods have been created here.
What's wrong with the panties? I'm piecing it together.
So if we were to end magic, could we restart it?
The inherent amalgamate nature of your world is incompatible with magic. It is all or nothing. Perhaps at some point in the far future, a god, hopefully not like him, could find your realm and bring magic to it. But that is not something that you have any say over.
But we could.
So the guy that killed you took your power. Is that what made him a god, or was he already a god?
He was a god already. He was from a different place altogether than me.
the power that he stole from you, could it be used to create or elevate a mortal to godhood that could restore magic?
If a mortal slays a god, then yes, you could absolutely take on his power.
So I'd like to raise the question of giving this man a body again and giving him the killing blow, if we get to that point. Thus elevating you back to godhood.
So Uzul has a different idea.
I had a feeling you might.
You guys have been asked a couple of times by different gods what you would become the god of.
And I told him.
There is also some background knowledge that you guys kind of know a bit about. There are other legitimate ways of ascending to godhood, like Smiles did, without directly killing another god and directly taking on their mantle.
We could just bring this guy back to life and make him like a really good person.
Or, you know what? You've given us a lot to think about. Next, new question. We were on the hunt for these tokens.
Fuck's sake.
There is a small treasury hidden within me. I would be more than happy to give it to you, but you must pledge to do what is right. And you can start right here. Continue down this path. You see, the lights are still kind of leading the way.
So, yes, I
You're walking.
truly, I wish to save this realm.
Is that path the relinquishing of ties to the gods?
Yes.
What is that? Whoa.
I relinquish my ties.
Hold on, pause. Wait. So, like, is that because we're trying to we're trying to get these tokens? So, like, if we like fully relinquish, then like we can't use the tokens anymore.
Only when the ties to the gods are severed. The tokens would still be useful to you in your quest to do it, so long as they do not know what you are doing.
Gotcha. So by following this path, it's not just like we walk through like a freaking decontamination fucking thing, and then all of a sudden like no more gods. It's just this is the path to the tokens, and then
What's the
proverbially
decontamination thing?
shut up. And then like proverbially
germs
like
been
by
invented yet?
following this path, to
Sci-fi
get the
comes at another
tokens-
time.
By following this path to get the tokens, is that just like a like metaphorical, like we're on the right path, or I'm trying to get like
It's physically start walking.
okay, cool. Listen, man, I've been in this place for a long time, and nothing is ever as it seems. So, like,
You have not been here as long as you think.
what does that even mean? How long have we been here?
Barton, I have another question before we go down this path.
No, I want my question answered first.
If we leave this place, are we allowed to come back? Are we allowed to visit you again, to tell others to pilgrimage here and learn of you and remember you?
You can visit my body, but if you are to do what's necessary, I will not speak to you again.
Well,
So, how long have we been here? Because it's been like, what, 2-3 weeks? Right?
In the woods?
Yeah.
In the influence, no more than a couple of days.
I hate this place. All right, Roger that. Yes.
You walk down the path.
yeah.
Thank him for his time, and yeah, I would like to get my hands on these god tokens.
Barton, even if this realm should end, just know that I remembered you. And you were the only god that I truly felt I could trust.
It's a very warm feeling that washes over you.
Yeah. And then I walked out the path.
As you guys go, eventually the lights stop and darkness envelops you once more. And then you see a sickly purple light that sparks to life. It is the ley line of conjuration magic. And it lays exposed before you.
We should put the ship in it.
That, I don't think that is a super great idea. Like, if you have a different idea, I'm here for it. But our super ship in a bottle doesn't, I don't want anything weird happening to it.
Let me go through my inventory real quick. Why not?
You guys remember the intro of Lord of the Rings when they're explaining, like, how the rings were crafted and that they had the opportunity after defeating Sauron the first time to,
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't
destroy
dip
the
anything
One
in the ley
Ring.
lines because
It's,
dipping shit in the ley lines is bad.
cast it into the fire, destroy it, and you guys literally all just turn simultaneously like, no.
We're not supposed to dip anything in this ley line, as tempting as it might be.
You're supposed to do something else with this ley line.
We're supposed to put the stone in it and end conjuration magic forever.
So, okay. I hear you. I do. But,
Hello?
I don't like that. I'm scared.
PJ Boy, thanks for resubscribing.
Oh, okay, thank God.
PJ, what's
Ah,
up,
PJ
dude?
boy, thank you.
There is an instruction in there too.
No.
I don't have the bottle. I can't. I think Gladek has it right
No,
now.
he's saying that we should dip something in it.
We should end conjuration magic forever.
No. All right, hold on. Because, fighting this.
Tell you what, PJ, there is a dollar amount where I end conjuration forever.
So, I mean, again, you also don't have the rock. So, anyways.
But I know the big pushable guy who does.
So, the big pushable. I'm not pushable. I'm like 20 times your size.
You're like
anyways,
10. Calm down.
Anyways, so yes, going and destroying these ley lines, like that, it would be the end all goal. However, I feel as if limiting our abilities to fight.
Let me ask you something. Do you cast conjuration spells?
No, but I could.
I don't even know if my spells follow schools of magic anymore.
What I'm saying is, I think for the time being, like, I won't dip anything in it.
But we just remember it's here and to end it if it comes down to that.
Pretty much.
I don't think that's the agreement we just had with Barden.
Because I think that, because once we start doing this, the gods are going to get pissed. And then we're going to have to fight the gods. So I think...
You guys are at a fork in your path.
Fuck them.
I am making you make a decision as to which major quest line of the story you are following.
Okay.
We end
in that case,
conjuration magic forever.
If you walk out, you are not getting back in.
okay. In that case, this is going to be out of character because this is a conversation that players need to have.
Okay.
How the fuck can we trust this guy?
I trust him.
Real fucking talk.
I don't know. Did you
This
roll
is
any single sense motive during any of this?
This is some fucking just disembodied voice that is telling us to fight the rest of the gods, which to me sounds a whole lot like something the Baron would say. So I'm kind of...
I think what he's saying makes sense.
But how do you know?
It's kind of a gut feeling. Halflings are known for that.
Honestly, Rack.
Considering the fact... Considering the fact
two on one.
that
Give me the rock.
besides this one, the other halfling that I knew made terrible decisions based off of gut feelings. So that argument holds zero water for me.
Got you. But did he die?
I mean, as close as you can.
This only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's right, PJ Boy Daddy does need magic.
And conjuration magic forever.
I just don't.
If we go, you know where the ley line for necromancy is, right? Necrotic magic.
And
If we
transmutation.
end that, Daddy can't make bodies from what we give him anymore,
Yeah.
and then loses his influence on us. I don't use necrotic magic or conjuration.
Do you?
Well,
I've read my spells very thoroughly.
okay. Now.
Does that matter anymore?
Anymore? Who knows?
Okay.
I don't know
now,
that, though.
Hold on. I'm gonna pause and ask Ian like a DM question because I'm pretty sure when we first made up Oozle, based off of his backstory, my healing magic is necrotic, isn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's ever like checked, like rolled anything to
It
check.
hasn't wound up mattering.
I mean,
we've
yeah.
got a while before we need to check. It's a long journey.
Got a lot of walking to do.
But again, like, how the fuck are we just gonna sit here and just? Because again, just a disembodied voice said, "Fight the gods, end magic everywhere." We're just gonna be like,
Oozle, stand up for something bigger than us for once in your life.
"They've been doing this whole fucking time,
Serving your own purposes.
bitch! Please." You think that me fighting the Mad King serves my fucking purposes? I came here to kill my family. Oh,
Which
damn, hold on.
inherently means
bird.
fighting whom?
Not even. I could just beef with the fucking family, and if Mad King's people want to get in the way, that's between them.
Thank you, PJ boy. That's some good shit.
Goddamn, hold on. I mean, fucking what shit talking is happening? Hold on. I know it's here.
Fucking called you out.
And again, that's
He's been
not,
healing lately, to be fair.
I've been healing the whole time. This whole fucking bullshit started because somebody was like, "Oh, Oozle's not healing me," when they were fucking 100 feet away from me, and I was in heavy armor. And then that joke just fucking ran, even though I've been healing people the whole fucking time. But I'm a fucking asshole. You know what? That shit fucking sailed. I don't give a shit if people want to say I don't fucking heal. You know what? Fuck it. I don't heal. We have somebody for that shit now. Blame him. Anyways.
I'm gonna puke.
I'm so sick of people saying that I never fucking heal people.
I stood up for you.
Yeah, with your whole fucking bullshit of like, well, now he is. I've been doing it the whole time.
I should have started like an entry in the log here of like when Oozle started healing people.
It's been the whole time.
that I
It's
can
been
come
the
back to
entire
that.
fucking time. But you know what? It's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's copacetic. Back to the issue at hand. We're just gonna trust disembodied voice to fight the gods and end magic. This is the first time we've seen this individual, heard of this individual. We have zero fact-checking capabilities right now. And you're just wanting to jump in there and be like, "Yeah, dude, fucking bet."
Roll a sense motive right now. Also, do you have any reason not to trust him?
Yes, because it's the first time we've seen him, and he's telling us to fight the gods and end magic in our realm.
Also,
That-
you haven't seen him.
that seems kind of sus to me. Forgive me if I don't just jump on that bandwagon
dead.
of like, yeah, we're gonna fucking do what this dead god says.
He's
For
also
a dead
like-
god. He sure is fucking talkative.
The only motherfucker that's willing to talk to us about what shit went down with he who shall not be named.
Which again, who's to say that this isn't him?
It's some like dwarf behind like a huge cone, just like speaking into the void. It's like a big.
You are
boring-
making such valid fucking
poor
points.
baby Oozle.
Anyways, that sense motive is going to be a 32.
You discern that he is not lying to you. He believes that the only way to save your realm is to destroy magic. He believes that you are not going to kill the Baron and take his power back from him.
Wish you could spicy on stream more often.
Which sounds
does
like
believe-
something the Baron would fucking say.
He does believe those things.
Yeah. Fucking.
So if he's believing something that is also against the Baron,
As far as your sense
Who's-
motive knows.
who's to
You
say
are
that it's
rolling
against-
sense motive against
a god.
potentially a god's bluff.
Yeah. But again, you're going to sit here and like, who knows? Because the Baron, apparently, from what we were just told, has access to all these different fucking realms. So at what point does getting rid of magic in our realms and the rest of the gods, what does it say that he doesn't have access, which he does, to all these other fucking realms that have magic?
If we end magic here, he gets cut off from the other realms.
So the tree man says.
Well, and even if he doesn't get necessarily, if he doesn't get cut off from other realms, if he gets cut off from your realm is safe. That's
the rest
real.
aren't.
That's realistic.
God himself,
But the
just
rest
said.
aren't.
That's what he.
Fuck the
That's
rest
what.
of the
That's what
realms.
Barden is saying, right? That's not like me telling you 100% either way.
I just
Because I
learned
lied to you all
20
the time.
minutes ago that there are other realms. Do you think I give a fuck about them?
They can get their own heroes to defeat him, solve their own problems.
And there is a bit of,
Precisely.
you've traveled to some other realms, but sometimes multiple realms are supposed to exist in the same space in the way that,
Some
they're
are
supposed to be
connected.
in afterlife, and there's supposed to be the mortal plane, and if there's gods, there's supposed to be a divine plane, and those all exist in congruency. What he's talking about is that there are tons of realms that you guys have been getting access to that are not supposed to exist, and that there are tons more realms out there that are so completely alien and different from what you are that it should never, that in no normal circumstance outside of a god fucking with things, should those connections ever be made, and for those kind of entities or powers should ever have access to your world.
Okay. So
It could be Marquise rocking the table with his fury.
it could very well
happens.
be the case. Okay. So I reiterate the question of like, this fucking tree dude says that by cutting off magic, we cut off Baron. But Baron has access to all these fucking magics. He's literally the god of the fucking Crossroads, hence why he's able to travel to all these different fucking dimensions, realms, whatever the fuck.
Or is that just what our history knows now? Because we don't remember Barden.
Which, again, I'm going to say that the history that we do know, you're willing to completely throw out the window for something you just learned 5 seconds ago.
Uzel, I've spent my entire life communing and learning about the gods. Do you think that I'm taking this decision lightly?
Considering how quickly you're trying to do this, yes, I truly do. Because you're not the only one that spent their entire life devoted to the fucking gods, okay? And here I am trying to vouch for, hey, maybe we try to gather a little bit more information before we just, wage war on the rest of the fucking gods.
We're not waging war. How are they going to know that we plucked the string? They can't see us here.
Again, so he says. And sure, this one, even if that's the case, we end this one, they don't know who fucking did it. Soon as we leave this place where all the other ones are, they're gonna fucking know. So, what's the plan, Chiefy?
So you just want to play into this and end the realm.
Negative.
There's no
Because
coming back once we leave. He
if-
said himself he will not see us again.
Yeah. If we take out the Baron, somebody ascends to godhood, we can then use that godhood to restore the magic. So if we start doing this, like, sure, I can say we cut off this one, but once we leave, before we start doing any other shit, we need to focus in on trying to take down the Baron, because once we remove magic from everywhere, we're going to need somebody to be able to put it back.
Okay. We'll find that somebody. Let's use this as the experiment then. We are not under the side of the gods. It is of no consequences to us if we lose this particular strand of magic.
That's not 100% true. Alia's going to be so sad. Well, as she's standing right behind you.
Is she standing right behind you, like not comprehending what's going on?
Too big. It's bigger than
She
her.
didn't go to
it's
magic
bigger
college.
Than us.
Gladdock, what are your thoughts?
As the magic man, he stands the most to lose the most here.
Is a life without magic worth living? If we play the gods' games, there is no sign, guarantee, or inkling that the world would end anywhere within our lifetimes. Certainly not, at least, within mine.
So out of character, we kill Gladdock. We pluck the conjuration strand and we just murk the guy right here.
In character, he makes a good point because y'all are sitting here and talking about, oh, who gives a shit about these other realms? It's not our problem.
The gods have maintained this realm for centuries, eons possibly, in order to utilize this magic power, and perhaps their meddling would indeed destroy it. But what would I care? I have no kids.
Well, why don't you go and ask him how long he thinks we have? If we do go down this path.
I mean, we haven't fucking left the tree. I'll ask the ambient air.
you kind of go back to actually talking.
Yeah.
I do not believe that you will stop the Baron from fully seeing his plans through. With this new portal alone that he has opened up and this new bridge that he has made, your realm has become dangerously unstable. It will not last through your lifetimes. If
Boom.
you go through with the gods' plans and allow them to continue fiddling with things and drawing the power for themselves, it will be greatly delayed, but inevitable nonetheless.
We could
So-
stop this now. Do you want this to be the issue of your children's children?
So, we follow along with their plan until we defeat the Baron. After we defeat the Baron, we overthrow the gods.
How do you propose we do that with all of the ley lines active?
Working on it.
I plead it'll buff.
I bleed it'll buff.
We
We
have
go-
to start plucking some of them.
In that case, we can start with the necromancy. Because that one, if the lich that we've been talking to is the Baron, then that is the greatest source of power that we know that he's holding over us. So we start with that one.
But that's not true.
Well, I mean, he's got the bodies and shit.
He does the bodies and shit. That might be okay. So maybe you're thinking small. You need to dream a little bigger. He's opening portals utilizing the conjuration magic to entirely new realms with horrors the likes of which Oozle's brain cannot comprehend.
Right. We could end that.
Or you want him to not have a couple zombies.
That he may not be making anyway. He could be making girlfriends. I don't know. Maybe he's lonely.
You do know a lot of the meat he just kind of like keeps in collection.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a huge meat locker?
Yeah.
Just like a seemingly endless hallway of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I call it Tuesday night.
There's an idea, PJ.
We can end this one. We can
Kill
shut
some
this one down.
Godwalker.
We can shut this one down.
Hey, wait, I'm Godwalker.
And then I guess go from there. Because I say again, once we start taking these out, if what Tree Man says is true, the gods are going to be pissed. we're going to end up having to fight gods. So
But the more we take, the more we'll be fighting gods at a fraction of their power. We could very well be fighting mortals, depending on how many we take.
Boozle's down to overthrow some gods. Let's do it.
Rack?
Oh, yeah. She's been vibrating.
Rack's
with
like, I've been
excitement.
about this since day one.
I fucking hate magic.
Yeah.
All you goddamn casters think you're better than me? Just wait. The minute you shut all that shit down, my stats are going to be so much better.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to pluck the first chord. Save yourself if this is such a bad idea.
You know what? Fuck it. Super fate touched magic boy. I hand him the fucking box with the rock in it, and I take a step back. We'll see
Yeah.
if you explode.
Yeah, I drop my magic gear. Step, to what I think is an adequate distance away, and
15 feet.
open the box and
Start
push
walking.
it into the ley line.
Yeah, the rock touches the magical power, and everything goes black for the briefest of moments, and you find yourselves outside. There is a vast wind whipping around you as something is being sucked towards the center, towards the tree. I need everybody to make reflex saving throws.
29.
29,
20.
20.
25.
Good. You guys are all able to just kind of hit the dirt. Some debris flies over your head, but it doesn't seem like a very strong physical force.
I'm going to hold all of you.
That's a good call. Lorenzo holds Gladdick. After what seems like hours, it stops. The bone tree still stands before you, but the woods around you, as you've known them for the last couple of days, feel completely different. They are quiet. The trees do not seem as tall as they once were or as dense as they once were. And as you kind of get up and survey your area a little, you notice that there's a patch of dirt that has been blown over, revealing a carved stone slab.
Loot.
There's
I'm
your
gonna
there's your
flip-
bag.
I'm going to flip the slab.
You flip the slab. It is full of gold and some other trinkets. There is enough for each of you to have 40,000 gold pieces.
Jesus fucking Christ. You said 40?
40. There are some god tokens. There's a dozen normal god tokens. 3 of the clown tokens. 4 of the underworld gods tokens with the red rose. And 5 tokens that you have not seen before. They are an electric blue in color with clouds depicted on them.
Different than the one that we got for Zeus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a different. That was just
Gotcha.
Zephyr's coin. That's a Zephyr summoning chip.
So you said 12 normal.
3 clown.
3 clown. And 4 of those like Black Rose.
Yes.
He still has Daji's number. He took that coin with him. I know he did. Literally burning a hole in his pocket.
There are a few other items. Belrune, there are 3 human femurs with runes scratched on them. And when you look them over, they are crawling densely with that shadowy substance.
Okay.
There is a 4th level Gem of Wondrous Power. And Rack, what type of shield is it that you use?
Earth shield.
That's right. You got the Cabrakan Earth Shield. There is an enchantment additive that you can add to your Earth Shield that gives it fire resistance. And there is a free floating enchantment as well that will give a weapon the Mighty Cleaving enchantment.
Run it by me exactly what that does, because I know what
It
cleaving
gives
does, but
it gives a free cleave feat to the weapon, but you do not have to use a full round action to utilize it. It can act per attack.
so like anybody else super want that, or can I call dibs? I hear no.
Give me the
objection.
Yeah.
gem and I'll let you have it.
Deal.
'Kay.
Bet.
As you guys are kind of packing up the spoils of annihilating all conjuration magic, the tree shudders. A quake moves through it, and from its mighty limbs, a bone breaks free and falls down. It is a sharpened rib, about the size of a long sword for you medium creatures, a great sword for you small creature.
I'd like to take that. I would need to remember him.
Still not 100% on this guy, so if you want it, go for it.
Rib of Barbie.
It's quiet. There are no Fae around. There is but the one huntress left. The camp is gone. The Fae-touched huntresses disappeared. It's just you guys and Tilly.
But this super fate touch motherfucker's still here.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
different.
Oh.
I'm built different.
Well. All right. So we go home.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of magic powers the ship, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume it's transmutation because I'm not shrinking. I fucking try to uncork the bottle.
I mean, I guess that's a good assumption. It doesn't technically go anywhere.
You uncork the bottle and the ship sizes. Yeah.
We lose our wind boosters. The control or the gust of wind was
That's conjuration. yeah.
conjuration. But we didn't use it much anyway. So
All right, well, fucking load up and mosey on home.
Do you take Tilly with you, or are you just like best of luck now the
I'm gonna
woods
fucking
are
take Tilly with
okay?
me.
we could drop her
Alright,
off.
sure.
Yeah,
on the
we'll
way.
drop her off at the Huntress Land.
Will you? Okay.
Yeah.
Let them know that the Fey Woods is safe now.
You guys are
You,
gonna have to
uh,
figure out a new trial. but,
Yeah. This is gonna
guys-
seriously cripple your society.
You guys just load up. The ship takes off normally. It does not have any problems flying around here.
What's really unfortunate is I think air bubble is conjuration. So we can't make an underwater ship anymore.
you should probably look that up.
Or a super high altitude ship either.
Yeah.
You've pretty well lost access to the sky jellies as far as you know.
We can figure out a way around it.
Yep. It
I'm
sure
not
is
attached to the
conjuration.
Sky Jellies. That will
Fuck
only.
those.
You guys didn't do too much with them.
All my homies hate those.
Yeah, unless you guys want to go fuck with Thoth again.
He's gonna be so glad that we've ruined this magic and can no longer come to his kingdom. We gotta teleport there if we ever want to go back.
Okay, goodbye, Marquise. Ah. Dead instruments.
Charged. Cool. We start our fucking long.
Yeah.
What about all the hunters that we promised? The small clan of like.
The Fey touched huntresses.
yeah.
They're gone.
Oh,
They were gone.
They're eliminated.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's this we shit?
I didn't promise shit either. Yeah. So like.
I was like, no, fuck them because they're this fey touch shit. And yeah, so
And now there's no Fae to ask about the shadows or the geometry.
Yeah. Yeah. Any access you could have had to knowledge as to how those magics worked is presumably permanently cut off from the world. But enough of that, the way that the magic worked in that world has flown into this one that you can still utilize the magic.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we don't have court dates anymore.
I told you we'd get out of this scot free.
He wound up getting out of it.
Yeah, I
I'm
also
not quite
can't
sure
plane
about scot
shift
free.
anymore. So
The minute that Alia finds out that she can't summon George, she is devastated.
what's she gonna do? Summon George to fight me?
if
Now
you
she's just
say
a girl.
that, I will fight you.
So you know how I dropped that big shadowy thing in the plane of fire? Inconsequential. We can't go there anymore. They can't come to us anymore either. It's okay.
That's not.
If they come here, they'll be
Strictly true.
stuck. But I don't think I don't think we're high on the list of places to visit.
Considering what the fuck you did to him,
Nah.
could very
They'll
well
never
be.
know. It's not like I had a passport that got stamped on the way in. Like,
Interplanular travel within your realm is still 100% active.
okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So you
So
can
so conjuration magic to like adjacent planes and like planes that are
Planes that exist within your world
Okay.
is still viable because
That's
it's not strictly
really good to know.
conjuration.
Yeah. So I can still go some places.
But the things, the spells, summon monster and stuff, those obviously don't work.
yeah.
But there are ways still to travel the planes without strictly casting the spell and utilizing the magic because the planes are still connected. In the same way that like you guys can walk to the Underdark and from the Underdark you can walk to Hell.
Okay.
There
We
are
can do that.
presumably
Yeah.
places. Yeah,
Did
they
you know
said that
that?
all the time in the Underdark.
Where do you think Devon is from?
Where do you think May's from? The mother of your child.
easy. All right.
Yeah, you were.
Listen, excuse me. I am a.
I
very
got a discount at a blacksmith.
I'm an expensive whore. Thank you. There ain't shit easy about this.
You got to fly me out to Miami weekly to get it.
Some places we can still go. That's good because Devon was going to be really upset if
Yeah.
he couldn't go home.
In the same way of like, instantly hitting this didn't just jettison the gods out of your realm because
Right.
the godly plane is connected. But
Yeah.
other gods from other planes do not have access to you anymore. Sort of.
Not easily.
Not
as
easily.
as they were.
Yeah. This realm was kind of built in a way from what Barden was saying to ease Baron's ability to do this.
There's also still hat tricks like putting a bag of holding into a portable hole and just opening a hole to the
And just-
ethereal plane.
Just destroying your realm. Yeah.
No,
Wrap
that's
it up
the other
real-
way
That's
around.
the other way around.
Just
You have
wrap
to do it in a
this-
specific order to not destroy a world.
Just wrap this up real quick.
Oh, hey, I can end the Mad King.
So I will say that, like, just in general, considering the fact
I taste
that,
neutrons.
considering the fact of like how simple it is to just annihilate all of existence, it is oddly easy to purchase these things, which I find
Depends
odd.
on the world, right?
I find that odd.
Ian's
you know,
quite generous in his settings under the understanding that you're not going to immediately end the campaign.
Well, this is a very high magic place inherently because of how the Baron built this world in order to siphon as much magical power as he possibly can to further his search and further his means and further his power,
So-
as you have just learned.
So from what I'm
there's
gathering,
reasoning too.
From what I'm gathering, in game,
Or just a
like
conduit.
in world, nobody knows that would happen. It's
No.
just nobody's done it.
Well, it's like there is a foundational understanding of magic that magic users have.
That just a piece together.
And in
that,
order
like,
and in order for mortals, for human beings to have discovered how to create bags of holding, they have to have a far enough understanding of the inherent magics and the inherent dangers of those magics to know.
So it's not something
Generally
that would
speaking,
like
some of these
require
dangers.
experiments. They could kind of just
Yes.
piece it. Gotcha.
And it's like the evolution of the eyeball, right? There's a million steps that are not a full eyeball that exist, that if you fuck up, it's not nearly as consequential,
Like a portable pole is kind of a bag of holding, but bag of holdings can be used easier because they're in one little point instead of like having to lay it out and then put it down.
All right. Well, I guess we mosey on home, or we'll drop off.
Yeah, you drop off Tilly.
Yeah.
She thanks you in awestruckness.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yeah, she's like obviously traumatized and like
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah.
And she's probably just going to be labeled a raving lunatic by her people for a long time until they truly figure out that she's right.
Yeah.
I mean, like we could come with you and like clear the air.
That's not gonna.
It's probably not a good idea.
What kind of clout do you think that you hold with the huntresses?
We're Godwoken.
Okay.
We can have Rack do it.
So is it Zelly, and you saw how they treated her.
Well, listen, that was a special case. All right.
Rack's 3 times the woman in Sally ever was.
Yeah. No, I guess we'll just drop
This
her
guy
off.
went to the Paywoods and came back.
Yeah, we'll just drop her off, and I guess
I would like to purchase small livestock in the Huntress village that we visit,
Small livestock, like
Yeah.
you want some goats or something?
like some chicken or something.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah, like
Why?
10. Because I have to learn how magic works now, and I don't want to practice on you.
I guess.
You get a couple of chickens, yeah.
Yeah.
I also, while we stop there, I would like to purchase some of their cold steel instruments.
Cold steel's not necessarily a super rare thing. They are always very small though. And so like realistically you're looking at like, an inch, maybe a 2-inch pocket knife kind of deal.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I'll grab one.
Because elemental iron just doesn't really produce like that, Not anymore. Been used up very well. That's why you can't find like huge chunks of elemental copper. Because before the Iron Age or the Copper Age or any real metallurgy hit, you had cold forged copper instruments where they
All
would
those
just
goddamn
find
dwarves.
they just find plates of copper around and they just kind of hammer it with a rock until it was kind of knife shaped, and it was like, oh, this is amazing.
That's fair.
But you just can't find that kind of stuff anymore.
Sweet. Yeah, no, I'll grab one of those. Keep that in my back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess now we just mosey on home. Is there anything, Rack, would you like to, explore?
Would you also like some chickens?
No, Rack's just
Squirrel, perhaps.
flirting with all the warrior women around while they do their shopping.
I mean, shit, you're an exotic commodity here. Like, how long do you spend?
Rack about to get
Just
wiped
like
up?
that. Just like that, we lost Rack.
How many numbers do you want?
I think they'll get out. No, as soon as she sees him heading back to the ship,
Yeah.
she's,
Your
"Don't leave me,
contact
don't
list
leave
is full. That's crazy. I started with 3.
Fucking sending stone just has runes all the way around at this point. Too many contacts. Had to go to the backside.
I
I think it's
I-
a second burner stone.
So, like, if that's the thing, I would like to implement a funny rule that anytime Rack wants to make a phone call to like any one of us, she has to
Gotta
roll like
D100.
She's got to roll. Make sure
she has to roll like a D12 or something, and
you
like
get a circumstance
yeah,
roll.
if it's anything but like a 3, you just call some random bitch's number you got, and you're like, oh, sorry, wrong person.
I like that rule.
Why haven't you texted me?
It's like you found out that sending stones have the hole in the middle, not so you can talk through, but like old money had the hole in the middle, so you could run a string through it and make a wallet. You know, you just have a whole string of sending stones full of runes, and it's like, fuck, who's who now?
All these runes look the same.
It's like the like flip card address book that your grandma had.
fucking
next to her
Rolodex?
phone. Yeah, the Rolodex.
But instead of English, it was all just like nicknames. You know.
Jesus
I love
Christ.
it. I love it.
And then your grandma's like, call Thomas. And it's like, there is no Thomas in this. Like, yes, there is.
It's
It's
like-
just under his nickname. And you're like, well, what's his nickname?
Big
It's like,
Dick.
figure it out.
That one musician who played the guitar.
That's pretty much it. Because like
Yeah.
that's a lot of names to remember. Blonde, the blonde one.
Guy with the lips.
Blonde one, 2.
You get back on the ship. You head out.
On the road again.
You need to do some experimentation.
Yeah, I sure do. So let's start with magic that I'm super familiar with.
Okay.
I would like to take a knife and gently graze a chicken.
Yeah, I mean, he's not happy about it.
Well, fuck him, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been a chicken. I don't know.
You draw a little blood and you see that the shadowy substance, like, is excited.
Terrifying. Thanks.
You do also, now that you're, like, really paying attention to it, there are shadows inside of the chicken and inside of you and inside of Oozle and inside of the planks of wood of the ship.
Cool. I try to cast Cure Light Wounds.
That's not how this works anymore.
cool. Yeah. I go through my regular routine first.
Yeah, nothing.
No inkling, nothing.
No.
Heal.
You reach out to the chicken.
Yeah.
You reach out and some shadows from kind of the ambient area coalesce to your hand. You have a small ball of shadow.
Not me. Heal it.
You throw it at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shadows
Instantly
splatter
kill the chicken.
across the chicken, and they seem to absorb inside. And you see the shadows around this cut that you have made begin slowly stitching it back together. Utilize 1 point from your magic pool and roll 2d6.
Something about this is probably not okay, but it's kind of cool, and I'm having a good time.
It's the fact that you know that something's a bad idea, but you still do it that just baffles me.
4. The chicken is healed.
The chicken is healed. A little pink scar sits
Okay.
in the place of where the cut used to be.
Okay, so that felt different, but what if I try magic that I've only seen but not done? And there's one magic that I've gotten really acquainted with recently with one of our fellow travelers. I forget one of the chickens, or the same chicken that I just cut. Explodey head magic.
Nothing.
Nothing. Damn it.
You should begin by calling out to one of the 2 powers available to you.
Do I feel them? Are there's like a notable difference between them?
You've been spending some time. There's very much a notable difference between the 2 of them. They are 2 very different entities.
All right. So I should meditate. Is like a communal, like kind of something I can commune with, or is it like a?
Not like in the sense that you can speak with it, but you can send your mind into them in the same way that you've noticed now that those shadows exist within living or past living beings. You can send your senses into it, and you can follow the shadows and how they move throughout the chicken. You can see outlines of organs. You can see tissues and blood flowing. You can throw your mind into the shapes and see that they are ever changing, ever morphing.
Yeah. So like kind of locking in on the shadows from the visions of like chicken brain. Brain shape of chicken brain. I call out to the powers that I feel and say, lend me your strength. And I wish to expand the blood vessels within the chicken vein.
You
Chicken
expand
brain.
the shadows inside the chicken.
Yeah.
They exit the chicken without doing any harm. And they draw kind of in a thin line to you. So like above your
Yeah.
hand as kind of your normal magical focus. This little ball of shadows with a tail going back to the chicken exists.
I squish it.
Yeah, you close your fist around it. That doesn't necessarily do anything, but you feel a power physically interacting with those shadows. You feel like there's a step missing.
Chicken power. Oozle is quite familiar.
Oozle knows the chicken powers.
It's the chicken power.
It's like the Flash has the speed force. Oozle's got the chicken force.
Yeah.
Oozle and Xiao Fei.
He can just commune with chickens.
Oh my god, have you seen that song, Chicken Attack?
Yeah. I haven't thought about that in so long. That's such a banger.
That was such a huge inspiration for my original creation of like, oh yeah, Zhao and Kite are going to be best friends. I thought we were going to have way more opportunity to like me physically hiding on Kite's person and then him just being like, I'm done fighting you, and then just like fucking Pokeball me out.
Oh my god, I haven't thought about that in so long. That video is such a trip, dog. Are you guys aware of the Chicken Attack song? No,
It sounds kind of familiar. but
I'll share it in the group chat
Okay.
because you need this in your life.
I'm focused.
What's your next step?
Well, gosh, there's a step missing.
Possibly. You feel like you're on to something.
I see the chicken brain. I feel the blood vessels. I've asked for help. That didn't help.
No, that's simply not going to help.
Yeah. Let's see. With healing the chicken, I gathered the shadows and hucked it at them, and now I have a line between me and the chicken with the shadows, right?
Yes.
Squishing it didn't do anything. I feel like chucking this shadow rope at it probably is not going to do anything.
You could chuck it at someone else.
I feel
a
like
different
that's
chicken.
a really bad idea.
That's why you have multiple chickens.
Gladdick, I have a question for you as I'm holding onto the shadow rope.
Yes.
So this is the predicament I'm in. I see things differently now. Magic is different. The world is different. You have shadows. The boats has shadows. These chickens have shadows, and I'm holding a shadow.
It is daytime.
There's a lot of shadows. Someone just overhearing this
It's a
conversation.
little bit deeper than that, Gladdick. I need you to really put on your thinking cap with me here today, buddy. So say I'm trying to explode this chicken's brain.
Oozle's like casting a hand shadow over the deck, and he's like, "Yeah, I have a shadow too."
You're not fucking special.
But it's not working. My willpower is not what's controlling this. I asked for help. I feel these powers, these forces pulling at me, and that didn't help. To heal it, I had to sling the shadow ball at the chicken.
And your will had nothing to do with it?
Well, I mean, I guess I didn't. I did like command it to explode the chicken brain, but like that was before I had the tether. So maybe now, because I've only asked for help since then. Sorry, hold on. We'll.
You hold on to the tether and you're like, explode.
Yeah. Okay, that wasn't it either. Squishing the shadow didn't do anything. And I just need the knowledge of someone else who is magically inclined.
Does a fireball change shape if you touch it with your hand? Is the magic changed by your physical encounter, or is it changed with a magical encounter?
I mean, it depends, right? Fireballs explode when they meet whatever you want them to meet. So that could
But if
technically...
you have the fireball spell prepared, is the physical motion of touching it necessary?
No. Gladdick, I'm not getting your meeting. Can I...
When you cast your healing spells, is it the physical contact with the being that matters, or is it the magical contact?
Depends on the spell.
But for many healing spells, it is purely magical.
True.
Perhaps what you are trying to do does not require the physical touch, but the magical touch.
So you're saying I should let the shadow strand go?
You could certainly try that.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me just... You watch that chicken.
You release kind of your hold on the shadows. They seep back into the chicken and begin circulating again as if nothing happened.
I don't think that was it, Gladdick.
I am continuing to watch the chicken.
Gladdick, the chicken's fine now. Its shadows have gone back in itself.
Then perhaps try pulling them again and starting anew.
Yeah, I call to the shadows in the chicken brain.
Yeah, you redraw that tether. It appears again in a very similar manner. It is not the exact same shadows as they have circulated.
Yeah.
But
So, scale of 1 to 10, how much are you focusing on this?
Listen, it's kind of a big deal.
he's
right?
drooling.
It was gonna like appear like right in your fucking ears. He's just like right next.
Concentrate.
right next to your ear, and you don't even notice he's there. And then he's just like, "What are you doing?"
Staring at this chicken, holding nothing.
Give me a quick will save.
It's a 31.
You don't break concentration, but yeah, dick move.
Dick move, yeah. Okay, let's try the opposite. And I pull on the shadow.
Yeah, you draw some more out. It seems that you can draw relatively easily.
Okay, and expanding it doesn't harm the chicken.
No. And it seems that the act of these shadows leaving the chicken does not harm it either.
You know, it's rude to ignore people.
At least not yet. You
Uzel,
could-
I will start experimenting on you if you want to keep this up.
You could try
I see
dragging
your
them
shadows.
all out.
I see my shadows too.
That's not a horrible idea. I keep pulling.
Yeah, it begins to feel tough, as if some shadows wish to remain inside. You continue drawing. I need a will, some kind of will check.
That's pretty good. 33.
Yeah, you seem, after some great effort, it takes 3 points to draw all of the shadows out of this chicken. The chicken looks around, seems to be under some kind of distress, but otherwise is still functioning and alive. You're holding this ball of shadows.
Bro, if you're trying to kill it, I have a knife right here.
When I healed the chicken before,
Uh-huh.
the shadows that I threw at it didn't come from that chicken,
No.
right?
No, they were kind of ambient shadows.
Okay. So now I have all the shadows of this chicken,
Yeah,
and I would like to
all the shadows you see.
call some from the ship, the wood,
Uh-huh.
and then force all of it back into the chicken.
So you've got the chicken shadows. Now you double the amount you have,
Yeah.
and you're just inside.
Yeah.
You shove it in, just with the intent of putting it inside the chicken. The shadows go inside the chicken.
Okay.
Chicken feels great.
He seems to,
Chicken feels amazing.
he seems to stop kind of shivering and he's kind of returned to normal.
Gets buff.
You do see, since you overflowed with shadows, you do see that like some shadows kind of almost like leak out of its being and kind of return ambiently. It's impossible for you to tell if those were the wood shadows returning to
Sure.
the wood or the chicken shadows
It
spilling
just hit
out,
its
or...
limit without regard to like where
There
this
is,
came from.
there is at some point like a physical limit to the shadows capable of being held inside, supposedly.
Yeah.
It is also a slow leak.
Oozle, can I pull your shadows out?
I will cut you.
That was Kite's hero name.
You don't even know what this means. You were just talking about how like there's shadows on the ship.
As you're sitting here talking about experimenting, I will cut you.
What's the matter, big man? You afraid now?
Give me a perception roll as you're really starting to delve into your sight in these things.
32.
You notice something kind of odd when you're noticing those shadows kind of leaking out of the chicken. It seems that there's almost like a flow of shadows that anywhere that the chicken is physically touching, like the ground, it seems to add. The circulation is not the same, and the chicken is still very much a distinct entity in that site, but there is an exchange of shadows going on from the ground to the chicken, and vice versa. And
I
you see it
just-
in Oozle now that you look at him as well.
I just need to know how this affects someone who can talk to me about it.
I don't know how much clearer I can be. I will cut you.
Gladic? I won't.
Fine.
It
Do
didn't
not
kill
do
the chicken.
anything that you have not done already.
He hasn't done anything. That's what he's fucking trying to figure out.
I will
And the
do
chicken
to
is
you-
still alive. And that's what matters to me.
Precisely. I will do exactly as I did with the
It's
chicken.
not my fault if you choose not to believe in magic, Oozle. It simply makes you stupid.
I'm sorry, Gladic. I thought we were fucking cool. Fuck me, I guess.
You're
Glad-
being very combative.
I'm
Today.
being hesitant against the face shit that we just finally got out of.
This could be a
Indeed.
new and fundamental understanding of magic that could change everything.
coming from the guy who
It
was
could also
so
simply
stoked to
be
end
something
magic.
that your ally needs to learn how to utilize his own magic now in order to function properly on your team.
By all means, go for it.
How am I supposed to be useful if I can't help you?
Or,
Okay, Glanic. You've lived a long time. You're familiar with what it feels like to die. So if I feel like I'm getting close to that, please let me know. I'll put him back.
You start drawing.
Yeah.
Give me a will saving throw. As you start to get kind of down in the shadows, it becomes 30, 50 times more difficult than it was with the chicken.
27.
You are unable to draw all of the shadows out of Gladic, but you do see like a cold sweat kind of popping over his face as he says, I am feeling queasy.
Gladic, I need you to do me a favor. Try to cast a spell, one of your more powerful spells at the sky.
Yeah, he raises his one palm to the air and shoots off a bolt of
Yeah.
searing light.
Did it feel like it was the same as normal?
Yes, except I want to vomit.
Okay. I'm going to slowly slip these back into you. I'm not just going to shove them back in like I did the chicken.
Perhaps you should just let them go like you did the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, and they just kind of draw back in, and he goes back to normal.
you hear a knife being sheathed.
All right. I still don't really understand how to harm. I can heal, I think. I'll have to practice with some more chickens. But
Have you tried attacking with it?
kind of. I mean, not, I guess beyond like vague commands. I can try something that I know or knew. We have like a bucket of water to put a chicken in.
Yeah?
Okay. Everything I've got is fire based. And we're on a wooden ship.
Uh-huh.
So just in case,
Okay.
in case this does conjure up some fire, may be important to know. Like to douse the chicken in water and then
Uh-huh.
put it in the bucket.
Yeah, you got one wet, angry chicken.
Beautiful. I cast firebolt.
No, you don't.
Beautiful.
Not how this works.
Yeah. It's okay. The normal way doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'd like to draw from like ambient shadow.
Yeah, it flows to you.
Beautiful. And will the same like searing sensations of like would be firebolt and hurl those shadows at the chicken.
Fire erupts from your hand and strikes the chicken.
Okay.
Oh, rotisserie.
Cost 1 point. Roll 2d6 fire damage.
10.
Yeah. Chicken's instantly slain.
Okay.
You felt when you drew the shadows to you, when you put that will, that energy into them, you felt them almost vibrate and they began sparking up. And that is when the fire erupted.
Okay.
So anyone else gonna eat that, or is that free game?
It
That
really
one's-
doesn't look appetizing.
That once I wouldn't. It's still kind of.
You notice that the shifting, the flowing of the shadows inside the chicken changes when it is dead, and it then matches kind of the ambient shifting shadows.
Okay. What's the fucking enlarge companion? Is that the spell I'm thinking of?
Enlarge animal.
Yeah. I don't want to murder all of these chickens off base, right? Like, trying to think of like magic I've been exposed to once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So drawing on ambient magic or ambient shadow.
Shadow. Okay.
Okay.
You have a ball of shadow in your hand.
Yeah. I think about, the like 2 or 3 times I've seen a creature enlarged in my life that wasn't human. I put it into the chicken,
The dead chicken or alive
the
chicken?
alive chicken.
An alive chicken, nothing happens.
Okay.
You
So
do.
is it
you do
shadow
find,
and light that I feel then?
Huh?
Or shadow and the geometry?
You can call it light.
Sure. Okay.
It
Yeah.
is. It is not inherently light.
Okay.
There is no light that emanates from it. It's not like the sky
It's
is
just
blinding.
not shadow.
But it is not shadow.
Okay. I try the same process, but I draw on that.
You draw this ambient light to you. The first thing immediately you guys notice, light appears in his hand. Simply drawing on it seems to kind of semi-fix its shape in some of these more simple geometric patterns.
Gotcha. Like the lights from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you pass it into the chicken. It seems to just kind of dissipate.
If you want to play with shadows, I know a great place.
I don't think I want to go there. Thanks though.
Do you?
Here for you, my guy.
Do the shadows seem to like actively avoid the like ambient light?
No, not like passively.
Okay. I would like to try to put them together.
You conjure a ball of shadows in a geometric light.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you kind of go to force them together, they seem to burn each other up and they fizzle out of existence.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Cancels each other out.
I don't think it worked.
Let's try something simpler. Maybe I'm just thinking too big. I draw the light to me and I try to cast a large person and force it to oozle.
You just force it at Oozle?
Yep.
Yeah, a beam of light comes out of Belrune's hands.
Trust me on this.
do
You
try
felt
to
the spell before.
dodge? Yeah, okay, roll a touch attack. Because Oozle's actively diving out of the way.
That doesn't particularly fucking matter. He hits me. I mean, what'd you get?
It's a 16 on the die.
Oh, well, you know.
That'll do it. Roll 2d6 as it sears into you. It hurts.
5.
You take 5 points of damage.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's
I'm
your
sorry.
what's your AC?
I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
Oh, no.
Broken nose.
What's your AC?
Uzo, listen.
No, what's your AC?
It was an accident.
What's your AC?
I was trying to make you big.
I'm gonna roll it. What's your AC? Because I'm assume you'll try to dodge the cold steel knife that I'm about to stab you with. What's your AC?
Uzo, don't do this.
I'm rolling it. Come on, get out. Oh, I'm in my inventory.
You could kill me.
Nah.
It was 5 points of
It's
damage.
a little pocket knife. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It'll buff.
It'll buff. I can heal you. It's fine. Bet you won't do it again. You lucky son of a bitch. That's a nat one.
You just like in your rage, you charge across the ship at Belrune, and as you go to just absolutely rend him, he just steps and twists just ever so perfectly out of the way.
Stab
And as
chicken.
you stumble across the deck after missing, put your whole body weight into that, you fall prone, and the knife is dislodged from your hand. I need a circumstance roll.
I swear to God, don't make me lose my knife. I just got this. 5?
As it tumbles through the gunnel and off the side of the ship, you lose your knife.
It was an accident. I can heal you. I'm good at that one.
Explain how pointing at me and sending that shit at me was an accident.
That part wasn't an accident. I was just trying to make you big.
I specifically said, keep that shit away from me.
Uzo, what if this can help us on our journey, though?
Keep it away from me.
One
Plain
day-
and fucking simple.
One day you're gonna need this.
Doubtful. If I need it that bad, I can die.
You heard it, folks.
All right. That's where we're going with things.
Going in the book.
Okay.
All right. I try the same thing at myself, but with shadow magic, or with the shadow creep thing.
You shadow and then you just like punch it
Yeah.
to yourself.
And big in me.
Yeah, spend a point and roll 2d6. Is like a spear of shadow just punches through your shoulder.
Nice. Yeah. For a whopping 7.
At that point, you see like a physical shadow manifestation. Is like a needle of it goes through Belrune's flesh.
Oh, was that an accident too?
Well, some piss baby wouldn't let me try it on him, so. All right, so embiggening is out.
At least there would be more to it than simply throwing with the intent. It does seem like intent matters, as you threw shadows at the chicken with the intent to heal, and it did heal. But just, it seems kind of your
Something
generic just
more.
throwing shadows at things hurts.
So out of character, I think your best bet is to either find like a Temple of Thoth or somewhere that has like knowledge on how the fundamentals of magic work instead of just like the end result, and then you can maybe try to coalesce your shit to
Yeah.
fit more of the fundamentals.
I get what you're saying, but I think that this is beyond the fundamentals, and it's magic of a realm that is foreign to Thoth. So, like, Thoth himself would not know about it. We can start with something that I've at least seen in practice. The lights from inside the tree.
Yeah,
'Cause I have cast daylight regularly as normal magic.
you summon the geometric shape to you. It
Yeah.
glows, kind of as like a light,
Yeah, not quite daylight, but like
like a torch,
a torch.
like a very low torch. Do you
Okay.
do anything further with it?
Can I'm not sure how far like my manipulation of these shapes go, but can I make it levitate over my hand instead of actively holding them?
yeah.
Yeah.
It seems that this like tactileness that you have to it is like completely irrelevant.
Okay. And I just try to like picture, I don't know, let's go through like the heat of a summer's day or like a hot kitchen in a bakery and like try to like put that heat into it.
Yeah, you kind of put some will into it, put some energy into it.
Yeah.
It does glow brighter. Do you draw it close to yourself at any point?
I mean, like, I'll like, bring a hand closer to
Yeah,
it.
you just kind of like testing. You feel cold. The more energized it becomes, the brighter the light, the colder it feels.
Okay.
To the point, very quickly, spend a point. You notice that like the frozen or the wet chicken corpse is like starting to freeze. It is that cold.
Gotcha. With that, I'll like flip my thinking and like the will of it and see how that affects the temperature of this ball.
You can will it colder. Yes.
Okay.
You do note that as you will it colder and energize it more with that, it glows kind of a pure white, and the geometric shape begins folding in on itself and becoming more complex the colder it gets.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I release my will on those shapes.
It dissipates.
How many chickens in total did you get?
I got 10.
So there's
Okay.
9. Do you eat a chicken? Are you hungry?
There's 8.
Is Uzla hungry boy?
There's 8.
As he's like focusing on all this shit, I just like very quickly just like lean over and just squeeze the neck of a chicken real quick and just drag it away. And I'm gonna cook up a chicken for me and Rack.
Cool.
How long does it take before you notice a chicken is missing?
It wouldn't be very long, especially because like, you guys resupplied when you were in town just in general. I would assume that you have meat. You would just like have some chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like
yeah. I mean, I guess I
the
did
purpose of taking Belrune's chicken would be rather targeted. I'd assume that since you guys stopped at a market in a city, that you didn't just continue to eat your hardtack trail
Well,
rations.
see, that's kind of where my mind was because like I've been eating
Hey,
nothing
that's-
but rations for
if that's
a
what
long
if that's what
time.
you do, totally fine. You've got nothing but rations. Everybody else bought food, but
Oh. Well, in that case, if people got food,
you just
I
sat
want-
around and brooded.
No, I got a cold steel knife.
That's right. That's right. Lasted 3 hours.
In that case, he still has 9 chicken.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry, you two. This is really this kind of back half time is really Belrune beginning time.
No, we're chilling.
You guys just kind of hanging
Appreciate
on the
it.
ship.
It's so important
Yeah,
that
no,
we
we're
figured out how
fucking-
this shit works.
You should see how far you can cure a chicken.
How far I can.
Like take off its
chicken.
leg and see if you can kind of reattach it.
It's really dark, Rack.
Experimenting on chickens. Is that really a stretch?
I scratched it.
And then incinerated one.
I didn't think that one was
You
gonna
tried
work.
to explode
I just
their
didn't think it was gonna
head.
work.
You were like, all right, I healed one, and your next step in the process was, I'm gonna explode its head.
Yeah, but these are quick deaths, right? Like,
Losing a leg won't kill it.
All I'm saying is a chicken can survive without a head, a chicken can survive without a leg. That's all I'm saying.
all right, Rack, but I won't be the one maiming the chicken. Please be my guest.
Name the chicken.
Yeah, Rack just grabs
no
a leg
problem.
and you just The chicken immediately passes out.
Yeah.
It is still alive, but for whatever
The shadows
reason,
be
you know,
fading
yeah, the
fast.
shadow, yeah, it's not looking
It's
good.
pouring shadows.
It's pouring blood, and the shadows are leaping to it
Yeah.
hungrily.
Yeah. I gather up ambient shadows and try to heal this chicken.
You just
to at
like-
least prevent it from dying.
You just like send the shadows into its stump.
yeah.
Yeah, with the intent of healing. Go on ahead and spend 3 points. And you notice that the flesh knits itself back together. The bleeding stops. The leg does not regrow.
Right.
It is pink scar tissue, new flesh.
But it's alive.
So, like, did you just take the foot, or was there like a drumstick attached? Like, how much? How much did you take?
Well, with how
Probably just
much-
grabbed and yanked, so there's probably like the whole drumstick.
Yeah, considering how much blood he was apparently losing.
Popped at the hip.
Hey. Oh, dude, popped at the hip. We got the thigh too. Add it to the stack. Oozle's making a feast.
Plucking the feathers from it.
Jesus Christ. I'm surrounded by barbarians.
Listen, bro, this is your own doing.
The chicken tries to like get up and walk around. It seems like it's obviously phased that its leg is gone, but it seems unfazed by the recentness of the injury. Like
Right.
it seems totally fine.
Okay.
But boy, he can't walk anymore.
Yeah. If I try to channel energy, do I feel that the same as well?
Yes, it does not work as you are used to.
Okay. It does not work as I am used to.
You do feel when you kind of pulse out in that way, you can feel ambient shadows just all around you stir. But it is not directed that same way.
What spells I have prepared before all of this? Oh, there's one that's the the trusty airwalk.
Any attempt that you're going to make of
Yeah,
I cast
yeah.
this, I'm just going to tell you it doesn't work that way.
But it's like I don't know. I'm trying to think about like the wording behind shit now. And like which thing do I manipulate? I don't fucking know the difference between this, shadow and non-shadow.
Well, the shadow that you got pierced by was definitely solid, so you could try to coalesce the shadows and just
Walk on them. But they like flow freely in and out of things.
Not the one that stabbed the shit out of you.
I mean, maybe, I guess. Yeah. I spent some time to like
Try to like coalesce a disc of shadow.
yeah.
You coalesce a disc of shadow. You guys can see it. No problem. It is not
Physical.
that kind of tangible. Not nearly enough that you could step on.
Okay.
But it feels like on the edges, sharp.
Okay. Yeah, I release my will on those
They
shadows
dissipate.
and try the same thing with the geometry
Yeah, it
to like build that platform under me.
coalesces. It is even less material. You feel that kind of cold searingness around it
You
because it's
just need more
energized.
shadow. 'Cause it was almost there. Just not
I mean, I feel like what I had would still touch things, just not the way that we want them to. I could have sent it through the whole of the ship probably, but like yeah, I don't know. What if I
should make a will save because the scent of meat and delicious food is breaking your concentration. Oozle throwing it down right now.
We got some barbecue.
Oh,
going.
yeah. Like, you ever been to a black cookout? It's that. He's got meats you ain't never even heard of.
Smoke's gonna strangle you in the best way possible.
Ever see that episode of Family Guy? With the pie in the windowsill? Yes, that. It's making me watch. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got me fucked up with all this.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be as simple as like a one harms, one doesn't.
No.
That's not true. They both are.
But do they both heal?
Well, I don't know. I guess I could cut open another chicken and try.
You cut a chicken, you call some of the geometry to yourself.
Yeah.
It glows coldly.
Because, like, the shadow seems, like, more alive, right?
Yeah.
For lack of a better word.
Yeah. The geometry seems like indifferent to anything other than when you're actively calling to it and interacting with it.
Okay. Geometry only felt cold so far.
So as he's messing around with like the light and dark, if I cast detect magic, can I like?
You detect magic.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, am I able to get any more information? Like, because what I'm envisioning is he has this light shit and this dark shit. I'm thinking positive energy, negative.
You can think that.
Okay, so I don't get that.
You don't get
Any
any extra information from a detect magic spell.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
I was
Well,
just
yes.
thinking that this is now our key weapon to fight the shadow creature. Got the whole
Using-
package right here.
I guess using the same, like, mental flow that I use for the shadows to heal the chicken, I attempt that with geometry.
Yeah, you sink it in, and there is that pale light that comes from it. The chicken's wound is healed. It costs 1 point from your pool, but there is no scar.
Like,
It's
it's
like
just bare skin.
more complete.
Like it is unaltered chicken. It's like you never cut it in the first place.
When you said there's like no scar, my initial thought was like it's just void. Like the cut is still there, but like it's not hurt by it anymore. It's just, you know.
No, there is nothing but chicken remaining.
Mhm.
No scar tissue or anything, just normal tissue.
So I guess we'll try the firebolt again, but maybe off the ship this time.
Yeah, you call the shadows to you, and you energize them and throw them.
I want to try it with the geometry.
Okay, you call the geometry to you, you energize it, and you throw it out. There is a beam that shoots out, very similar in general look to the untrained eye, to like Gladys, kind of white lightning.
Okay.
It is cold. You see like icicles physically appear out of the condensation in the air and fall.
I think we need to find a way to see Thoth again. And I think that this is knowledge that is worth interrupting us being
Our
banished.
ban? So, listen. I fully understand the whole, like, we're a party, we're a team, and all that. But, I don't know what this Wii shit is. It sounds like
It's a Nintendo game console.
It sounds like
Fine. We'll
sounds
call,
like You need to talk to Thoth because I don't feel like getting smoted.
Give me one of the tokens.
Okay.
Yeah, I pay a token and I reach out to Thoth, drop him a line.
What do you want?
Thoth, magic is different for me, and I need you to help me figure it out. It's
But
not
do
like
I
anything.
need to help you out?
You very well might want to, Thoth.
And why is that?
Because this magic isn't from around here, and there very well may not be a future with magic. Which means you are what to the future?
Maybe not. Oh, I can't be a part of these conversations. Maybe not inform the gods about our plan that we specifically were like.
What threat are you insinuating upon me?
Not a threat, just a possibility. Not from me, not from anybody else. But have you ever considered a world without magic how you know it?
There's many worlds without magic.
Precisely. And this is your opportunity to learn about that without having to go anywhere.
You're offering me the chance to learn about worlds without magic.
To learn worlds without magic like ours.
Ah.
Magic is maybe even you don't understand it.
And, of course, in you so graciously allowing me to study this magic, that means that you are wielding it.
Correct.
Wielding magics that you should not have.
Shouldn't is a...
Where did you get this power
Doesn't matter,
that
it's
you were
gone
talking
now.
about? I think it matters a lot.
It did about a day ago.
You are rather aggressive.
Well, Thoth, you and I don't have the greatest relationship, so I'm just trying to lay it all out on the table for
And
you.
whose fault
You've met
is
once.
that?
Hey, listen, if you don't want access to this free research, that's your own fault. I'm just trying to cue you in from one colleague to another.
You can attempt to resist this magical effect.
He said, bitch, I'm gonna get it anyways. I'm a god.
Was it nat 20 for 34?
Yeah, you feel almost as if like a power is attempting to rip your very being from you
Yeah.
for a brief moment, and it stops. And you hear Thoth's voice come back through your head. Oh, from there. That is troubling. You are the only one?
There could be more. I don't know who's been there.
That is even more concerning. I have business to attend to regarding this. I cannot take your power, apparently. I hope you die soon. The connection is cut.
What a pussy.
Again, we weren't privy to that conversation, so again, Uzul will take a generous step backwards. I've seen what they do to those who speak blasphemy.
I prepare for the lightning.
Absolutely. Because this motherfucker's the one who's going to be struck by it, what, twice now?
You feel like a resounding residual pain from that interaction, but other than that, no ill effect comes of you.
What's crazy is the fact that, like, you didn't roll that nat 20, he could have just taken that power, and then you would have had your normal magic back. It wouldn't be bad to deal with it.
Do you think he would have had his normal magic back, or do you think that he would have just been like
I don't
a
think
halfling?
it's that easy. I don't think he would have just
Nothing
taken
about
it.
this is easy, all right?
I think nat 20 or no, I was stuck with it for at least a little while.
It really depends. I mean, you could kill yourself right now and you wouldn't be stuck with it.
Right, see?
He said it's always an option.
It's always there.
Casually
Just something to
looks
just something to keep in the
longingly
back of
over
your
the
head.
Side of the flying ship.
All right, well, if that nerd doesn't want to help me,
Of course he doesn't want to help you.
Another step back.
He was super mad at you, and then you come in all fucking hot and bothered, like, fuck you, this is what's happening. Here's some vague threats.
what kind of magic do you think Thoth's floating castle runs on? Should find that line next.
Listen, I'll tell you right
The
now.
ultimate prank.
It's technically not the castle that floats, right? It's the jelly. And that's like a creature. So it might be through a magical effect, but it might also just be a fact of biology for them.
That means it can die.
You will not be using this ship for that. If you find out another way to get up there, by all means.
And if you want to sink Thoth's castle, by all means, you
Ultimate
may try.
prank.
Again,
Get pranked.
I truly think
Also
we should try to
remember-
keep the gods on our side for as long as possible
No, I agree.
until we deal with the You don't agree because you just threatened to sink Thoth's castle and informed him that like magic is soon to be gone from this world.
I said maybe.
He's Thoth, and you didn't word it right where you were just like, yeah, no, like magic could very easily just disappear from this world. And he's like, I'm sorry, what? And then you're like, don't worry about it. He's gonna fucking worry about it. That's his whole shtick.
You very well could have put this entire quest you've just now accepted on like a rather serious time
No, we'll
crunch.
be okay. He doesn't take us seriously.
Okay.
He takes us so seriously. We came to his castle and fucked it up twice, enough for him to fully ban us from said castle. He takes us seriously because we fuck his shit up, and then you just casually threaten to remove magic from the world, and you have the audacity to sit here and be like, he didn't believe me.
Nah. I'm inconsequential. I only fucked up this castle one of those 2 times.
It's Belrune. It's just a little guy. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm just a little
Just
dude.
a silly little guy. You can get
Nobody
mad at a
takes me
silly little guy.
seriously.
Shame on you.
Who else was I supposed to ask about this magic that's not from around here?
You could have asked him, but not threatened him with removing magic.
It's not necessarily a who could you have asked. It's more of a how you could have asked.
Precisely. And if anybody knows about
And
fucking
nicely
up
was the
how
answer.
to ask God's things, it's me. And I'm telling you that was not the right route.
Well, you said you didn't want to call him, so I had to take it among myself. And you know how I interact with the gods lately. It's not very great.
I don't know how you interact with the gods. Until just now, I thought you were cool with them, Mr. I'm a high priest of Agni. I don't walk around being like, yes, I am a paladin of so-and-so. No, I walk around and they're like, hey, are you God-woken? And depending on the situation, it can be like, yeah. Other than that, no, you don't just go announcing it. You, on the other hand, have a tendency to walk around and tell people, I'm a high priest of Agni, Hail Agni, Traveler, and all this other shit. And then all of a sudden it's like,
Traveler and all this other shit.
fuck the gods. So no, I don't know how you interact with the gods. I thought y'all were cool.
He's going through his rebellious phase.
I guess.
He's just an angsty little fellow.
Little fella.
There's only so much rage this tiny body can hold, right?
And it didn't take long for it to boil over.
25 years.
Again, considering the fact that as of a day ago, you were fine.
It's been like a couple weeks. You just haven't been paying attention.
That is what it took to just renounce your entire life to the gods. 2 weeks of suck, and he's like, yo, fuck you guys.
What was like 2 weeks of that, and then like travel time, and then it really goes all the way back to like it's Selly. So it's been like a month.
When I was a young boy.
What's the next step, buddy?
I don't know.
You could try again and ask nicer. I would not reach out to Thoth, but there are other gods of magic.
Yeah, Isis. I've never talked to her. We could be chill. She might be in a little bit of a tizzy right now, considering conjuration magic just got. But like, you know,
But by your own thought process, they don't know it was us. So
You also
should
don't
be
have to
fine.
start with a coin to at least reach out to a god.
Yeah, but I just.
But you
feel
should
like,
have with
you
Thoth
know-
because he would not have
Yeah.
answered without payment.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, he's blocked your number
He
otherwise.
sent me the voicemail.
the number you have dialed is not in service. Yeah. I sit among the chickens,
You sit among the chickens.
and I reach out to Isis.
Yeah. What do you say? Your initial pitch matters.
Goddess of magic who is cooler than Thoth. I am looking for knowledge about this new kind of magic that I have been infected with, for lack of better words, and I'm seeking your guidance, pretty please.
Yeah, at
Why
first,
couldn't you approach Thoth that way?
the first thing you hear is a very sweet voice kind of wash through you. Silly mortal, there are no other forms of magic. There is only magic. You feel a warm presence kind of wash over, kind of look at you, and then you hear, "Oh,
What the fuck is that?
where have you come from? How did you get here?
So, I'm from here,
That is not of my realm."
but this is from a portal we found that is no longer in existence.
To which realm? I control the magics of all the realms tied to this plane,
I thought that it was
and that is not of me.
a Fey realm, but perhaps not the Fey realm.
That is troublesome. Tell me about this portal, child.
Yeah, I give a general description of the portal as it was operational.
Like physically?
Yeah.
She's like, no, what do you know of it magically? Do you know where it came from? Do you know who created it?
No, but I know where it went.
Do you know what happened to it afterwards?
I know what I've been told about what it is.
What have you been told, child?
I've been told that it was a rift created by someone to traverse to realms that aren't attached to ours.
It is impossible for mortals to wield such powers.
That's what I thought too, and that's maybe why I'm kind of confused about this.
Who told you this?
I unfortunately cannot forget his name because I made a promise. But I also don't think I can disclose that information to you.
I don't think I can be any help to you without that.
I don't think who told me this is the
Your
Yeah.
magics are horrendously malaligned, and I don't think that they can be returned to normal.
I do know that the portal
Something has fundamentally changed you with this portal.
interacted with me weird, where when I left it, it started to expand.
and now it is gone.
And now it is gone. And in the world, there were shadows and shapes, and they
There were
coded
things within things. and
everything. And everything seemed to shift and change. I've never seen anything like it. I've traveled the plains, and I've never...
There is nothing like that in these planes for you to travel. Where you went must have been outside. The magics that you wield are not of me, and I do not know of them. It is concerning to me that you do not wish to disclose who created this portal or who told you about it. For if mortals have gained this kind of power, this requires direct interference.
What you got, Chiefy?
Can you point me in the direction of anybody who might know about this? Someone who has traveled outside.
Thoth knows of places other than this. I don't deal with him. There is another that you could talk to, but he would be of no help to you, I am sure.
Have you ever heard of, there's the god that we're not supposed to talk about or name?
You do not approach him about this.
Correct. But does anybody remember why we don't talk about him anymore?
He is power mad and wishes to destroy everything, not only realms, but our home, the god's home as well. He seeks to control everything and will not stop until he does. And that is why you mortals may not know his name.
So about that.
Okay, well maybe, if this is a dangerous thing for us to use,
This is where we find out that we've been hunting Bear and Samby, and it's not even the right guy.
maybe
You should be fine to use it. You are not a danger to the realm inherently. You are a very powerful mortal. But you are mortal.
for now.
Be careful with your newfound powers.
I mean,
And I hope that you find what you're looking for. And if you decide to disclose who it is that told you this, who it is that made this, I would be very appreciative.
you'll be the first to know when I make that decision. I
I
promise.
hope not. Hope you converse with everybody else.
Of course, I will wait patiently.
Thanks. I end my trance.
Yeah, you disconnect.
One more call to make. Goozle, let me see your mirror.
I'm sorry, what? As he drops a slab of meat that he was just digging
how you know
into.
it's
Just on the
serious.
deck.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce on his titties.
Barbecue sauce all over my titties.
The brisket hit the poop deck, and now you know some shit's going down.
I'm sorry, what?
Ah, yes, the brisket of the chicken hit the poop deck.
There's only one other fucker we know who knows things that he shouldn't.
I'm waiting for some convincing statement because
Boy, that's not true.
Because that's a hard no. As we literally have just established that if this motherfucker is who we think he is, that is target number one. Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I don't have to convince you. Rack?
As she's
You should have
looking
started with Rack.
as she's looking at Belrune, I tempt her with more barbecue. Stay strong, Rack. Please.
Do you have any other suggestions?
Yeah, figure your shit out.
I'm
on your
trying!
That's my suggestion.
How many chickens have
He said
died?
walk in.
Yeah, maybe not talk to enemy number one to possibly reveal secrets to him.
Enemy
And-
number one when you guys sign your contract.
Like
That's
enemy
because-
number one isn't listening in on you right now.
Precisely. So let's just, maybe not.
See, so he already knows, so I should just give him a call.
Is there not anybody else you could possibly reach out to at all?
See, here's the thing: is I already know the answer to that is yes. We just don't know
we
what
call
that is.
Smiles.
But you know what? You could give that a fucking shot. But talking to Senior Douchebag probably isn't the best course of action.
You hear a quick little like presence go through your head. It's like, that hurts.
Yeah, fuck you. You know I don't like you. You know we're not friends. Don't act surprised.
I made us matching bracelets.
Fuck your bracelet. Stick it up your ass.
Made out of Adara's corpse.
That's not
No,
where
not Adara's corpse. He left that shit alone. Okay.
that's not where bracelets go.
This is Ellie's corpse, sorry.
Yeah. Whatever. It's not Adara. So, yeah, you could try to talk to literally
Oof.
anyone else. Yeah, it's not a secret that Uzul loved Adara. He tolerates the rest of everybody else, all right? So, maybe you talk to literally anybody else but this guy.
Well, I don't think that Smiles was actually going to be helpful. Daddy almost certainly knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, more than likely, considering the fact that he's the one who did all this shit. So, yeah, I'd assume.
Allegedly.
Well, it's all his fault. Allegedly.
So, like, anybody else? The big roster.
Listen, dude, I've
Thoth's
got like
gone.
5.
Isis doesn't know anything.
I've got like 5 gods that I converse with on a semi-regular basis, and none of them would
And
be
that's
helpful.
too much for me.
And none of them would be helpful. If you need
Um,
something killed, I got you.
Here, to get some knowledge from God himself, I can do a knowledge religion.
Uh-huh.
20.
The Smiles would probably be your best bet.
Okay.
As he is arcane trickery and has in the past with the party mentioned, you know, other planes of existence, extra dimensional shit.
Yeah. Mr. Smiles, I've got some funny news for you. Magic from other places is here and in my tiny, weak halfling body, which is a really funny, hilarious joke of a place for it to end up.
You hear laughter in your head.
Do you know how this shit works?
You feel a divine presence kind of wash through you.
This was enough to make Thoth worried, so I think it's kind of actually funnier.
And he goes, "Oh yeah. Nah, your realm's fucked."
Cool. Why?
Oh, because you're going to keep playing with it.
Well, I have to. So
I mean, do
unless
ya?
I just want to be a halfling with a stick, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an option.
Have you ever considered being a halfling with a stick?
You know, only when I don't have the ability to cast more spells.
You could also, hear me out, wear a hat.
Smiles, what if I pay you for better information instead of the comedy bit?
God, fine, right? You want to run your world down faster, that's totally fine. But, like, you're going to overflow the place with demonic presences, the likes of which the world has never seen. It's all but guaranteed.
Demonic presences?
Well, like, you'd call it demonic. It's not like demonic, like, you know, what you've seen.
So not like what he would call demonic.
No, not like his girlfriend.
Okay.
Hey, all right. I mean,
Not like
you're
Devon.
wrong.
No.
So like
Demonic.
so like demonic.
Like you have no actual comprehension of what you wield.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like yeah. So like worse
But like
than
you
what
want the
all of
basics.
him
Fuck
and his
man,
friends
you give
lost
me a token
against.
or two. I'll
Hey, you don't know
I'll
that.
just give you some
You don't know
pointers.
that. You don't know my backstory.
Yeah,
breaks.
you know, if we split these evenly, I've got some generic tokens to give you.
We also have smiles tokens, clown tokens. It holds more value instead of spending.
It doesn't hold more value. So like the generic all god tokens, because they hold sway with all gods, inherently hold more power and value than these specific like trickster tokens.
Oh, I thought it was
Because the
opposite.
trickster tokens, those hold power with, you know, Smiles, Loki, and Sun Wukong, but that's it.
You know, we haven't
But
tried
Smiles
talking
can
to
take,
Loki.
like-
I think that'd be a fun time.
Smiles can take like generic god tokens, and he can go like buy information from Thoth, you know.
Yeah.
But with his clown tokens, he can just put him back on Earth to do funny things with. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much you willing to pay? What do you got?
I'll give you 2.
So I will say that we got 12 tokens. There's 3 of us.
That's
Each of us gets 4.
leaves me with 1.
After spending these 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you want to know?
Well, I guess I only really need to understand the fundamentals and build from there. I know sort of how to heal stuff with what I'm describing as shadow, but it's probably not being perceived correctly by my mortal mind.
No, I mean you're seeing it just fine, but and you could call it shadow all you want.
And I need to know. I mean, I know how to heal. I know how to cast one spell, kind of.
Back in the realm it's supposed to be, they call it nether and ether. Names are meaningless over here. It has nothing to do with the ethereal plane. It has nothing to do with any of that kind of stuff. Not as far as, the way this place is physically built goes.
Okay. Do they each serve like a different purpose?
Yes and no.
Or is
They can do
one-
similar things in the same way that, you throw a spike of one and a spike of the other. A spike's a spike. They have tons of individual functions. They have plenty of dual functions. But they are, in the realm they come from, of the same when it really comes down to it. They also have a couple other powers around, but, you probably don't have that.
Well, considering where I got it from, maybe.
Classic.
So, like, obviously out of character, but, like, you should probably try to barter with him for, like, a book as opposed to...
You're right. You're so right.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm a cleric. We've never read books on magic before in our lives.
I do know
That's not true.
I do know that he steals books from Thoth all the goddamn time, and he had to have gotten this knowledge from somewhere. So, like, that's
Do you know of any books on this?
Oh,
How to
yeah.
use it?
Uh-huh.
If I toss in an extra coin, will you get me one?
Yeah, but nothing fancy. You can't know any of that real big stuff. I've still got some things I want to do with this plane before you annihilate it.
I need enough to get me back to where I was.
You'll be all right. It'll buff.
I need enough. That's the deal I need to make with you. I need enough to get me back to where I was.
Look, the way this magic works, you're not going to cast spells the way you've ever casted spells before again. And
Correct.
some of the things that your magic does from the magic system native to this world is simply impossible to do with these powers. Now, if you had access to the other couple, that'd be a different story. But, you don't.
just take the win for now.
Yeah.
I'll get you a book that gets you up to speed for their world. Would make you plenty powerful by their means. Even give you a couple secrets here there if you're clever enough to figure them out.
Okay.
You were close before. I was watching.
Do you have an extra question for you and a funny tidbit of information to keep me in your good graces?
Start with the funny.
If you ever mention us in Thoth's presence, he might pee himself. He's really not our biggest fan.
Oh, well, yeah, I
Yeah,
heard about Charybdis.
but like after today, maybe worse.
Classic.
Yeah. And then the question is, because I don't recognize this, and I hold up the electric blue with clouds token.
Yeah, that's a token with those snooty guys that really like to sit up top. Zeus and them.
Okay, so it's for like the upper echelons.
Upper man.
Management.
Hey, whoa now. I wouldn't call them that.
Okay.
I'd call them the lazy snooty type.
And you can call them that because you won't get smoked like we will.
Yeah. It's attached to its own kind of being that they have. Same way that, my tokens are attached to the clown.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, that's a freebie. Remember that.
When am I getting that? When should I expect that book?
Oh, you already got it.
There's going to be a spider on the front page, isn't there?
I checked the bucket of water.
Check the motherfucker. Okay.
Also, if you don't hear from me ever again, it's because I've now given up complete hope on this realm, the realm that I was born to and love ever so dearly, and I'm looking for other places to go with my friends.
Don't you worry, Smiles. We'll save it.
Yeah, you're going to destroy it. The line is cut.
Yeah. Well, that was productive. And I go over to the bucket.
There's a soggy book in there, leather bound.
What were you told?
He said that this book is going to get me up to snuff with that world.
Uh-huh.
And that was pretty much it.
Nothing
Oh,
else?
these tokens are for like the upper gods.
Nothing else?
No.
Okay. Sense motive. I guess first I'm gonna do a perception, just to see if he looks like he's withholding anything, and then
I look extremely tired and aggravated because I don't know how magic works anymore, and everything kind of tastes different.
yeah, but like Smiles just told you that like by you using this magic, you will end the world. So like, I don't know, with a good enough perception check, there might be a extra sus bead of sweat. I don't know.
I don't know if I believe it that much because
but like without without metagaming, I can't know that you're withholding information. Right. So I wanna give myself the best chance possible.
I don't know, because I feel like if that was a possibility, Barden would have mentioned it. And
oh yes, the tree man.
So far, he's
the
the
tree
only
man that we
trusting.
met once. That you are literally putting all your eggs in said basket because Tree Man spoke to you and said, this is the way.
Yeah. So, of course, the gods are going to tell me that this is going to destroy the world.
Oh, I hate it so much. All right, well, I guess in that case, there wouldn't be any way for me to tell you're bullshitting, so...
Yep.
Here we are.
You open up the book.
Yeah.
It's written in a language you don't understand.
Cool. I thought that was going to happen. Sweet. Cool.
Get back to some training.
I guess.
When we come back next week, we'll land in Bronzeshire. Thanks for coming, guys, and we will see you all next week.
I just wanted to go home.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It hurts that with all of the friends and, in this case, children that we've lost along the way, that you haven't subscribed yet. So, fix that. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.